YouTube, what is up? Coach Wiz, and we back with another reaction video. Today we got the great Tim Hardaway goes berserk on Gil's Arena for disrespecting the 90s and Michael Jordan. Y'all know what he said. He said they was trash, they was on drugs, he was talking crazy. Tim finna set the record straight though. He finna bring up greats like Mark Price, Dennis Johnson, Kevin Johnson, Elo. He finna bring up some names, man. I'm glad that he spoke up and that he stood his ground. You feel me? Because a lot of times you go on these shows and it's easy to, not really say what you want to say. But that didn't happen here. Also, if y'all want fitness content, let me know in the comments and give me some ideas, man, on what I can do to help this channel grow and make this channel better. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all tuning in, but let's get to the video.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you all. I see you all the time talking shit.
Talking that good.
I got some things I want to say too about what you said about us in the '90s. So,
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Talking to you, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All y'all. Yeah, I'm talking to all y'all. Yeah. I got some words from Chris Mullen, Mitch Richmond, all the other old guys. They said I was coming on. He was like, yeah, make sure you give it to him. I said, no question. Everybody talking about Mike. Mike is the GOAT. Mike was that bad motherfucker. Mike, had it going on. Mike didn't let people beat him. Mike didn't. He went on about his business. He didn't let people, beat him, and he knew how to play the game. But you all think that we couldn't play. You say, he playing against some scrubs or.
That's a good point. A lot of people go to that argument like, oh, he wasn't playing against nobody. Pretty disrespectful to everybody else. I said Dennis Johnson. I meant Kevin Johnson. Crazy disrespectful though. Right? Like by trying to put him down, you shaming all the other greats that was in the 90s. There were some great players in the 90s. So pretty valid point here.
He playing against some guys that can't play, and we let him do this and we let him do that. No, man. A lot of you guys couldn't play in our fucking era.
Ooh.
Y'all couldn't play in our era.
Any guys on this couch?
Gil could.
Okay.
We would have beat his ass.
Oh,
We would have knocked him on his ass.
I would have went right by you.
I was too tall for y'all. No. You probably wouldn't have made it out because you would have been in the game. You would have been in the game because you wouldn't have had that mentality to make it out. But Gil, he probably could have hung. Oh yeah, it was when we was growing up.
I couldn't play against Iglo and all them motherfuckers.
Hey,
man, you better stop Tim Hardaway.
You talking about Eagle?
yo, I love Nick Young, man. Nick Young was a bucket. He was. I love Nick Young. He is hilarious.
This shit.
You talking about Iglo from the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yes, all that.
That motherfucker was nice. That motherfucker was nice. Your game was all right, but you think it was nice. Your shit was all right.
Let's stop.
Yeah, your shit was all right.
It was a couple of y'all back in '85 from '89. There was a couple of good. You was one of them. Had the Tim Hardaway crossover and all that. But come on, man.
Go ahead. Name another guy. I can't hear you.
I would name Mark Price, wherever he's standing.
Mark Price was a bad motherfucker. He don't get his just due.
But where would he be ranked in this era if he was ranked?
You heard it. One of the greats. Said Mark Price did not get his just due. He didn't either. Mark Price was nice. Could dribble, was quick, shifty, knew how to pass, would kill you. In some pick and roll action. Could shoot. Had the pull-up game. Mark Price was nasty. He was nasty. He really was.
Rank with this here. It's a lot of motherfuckers couldn't stay with Mark Price. Mark Price was a fast white guy. He could stop on the dime, shoot it in your face, split the double team, knew how to pass the ball. knew how to play the game. Mark Price was a bad motherfucker.
A speedy
Facts.
Caucasian.
You know, Rod Strickland, another motherfucker.
Oh.
Kevin Johnson, another motherfucker.
Kevin Johnson.
Mm.
All right, we had some bad motherfuckers in our era.
No, the 90s is fine. My complaint was the 80s. So I was talking about the 80s. So there's this illusion about the hand check, and I always use you as an example. And I said, if the hand check was so dominant, then how can the scoring guard come in as rookies, tearing everybody's ass up, right? So there was only a few back then: Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Johnson, and then you. And I'm saying if the hand check was what everyone said was, when the scoring guard, the guy who comes downhill, when he came into the game, why wasn't it affecting him?
I'm gonna tell you this. When we came into the game, Kevin Johnson, myself, even Mark Price, we was fast enough and quick enough, and we could handle the ball. And we used to get out of the offense. And we used to not run offense. If you was gonna hand check us, we used to not run offense, and we used to take our man. So he had to understand, oh, these motherfuckers ain't running offense. These guys are, we gotta play them legit. Other guards, say like Derek Harper, he didn't have that, those handles to get past somebody. Like Brandon, you and Brandon, y'all had handles to get past. If somebody picked you up, you laughing at them.
Yes, yeah.
Y'all laughing at them.
For sure.
So yeah, that's what it was. When they picked us up, we was laughing at them. Then they had to start picking us at half court.
So yeah, so my theory was right. Like when people talk about the hand check, and I'm like, it only worked.
Hey, man. Say it with your chest. I want you to say all that stuff you was saying when he wasn't here. Y'all been real quiet. Real quiet. This what I'm talking about, man. The competition. That dog was just different back then. He on your show talking about some, man, y'all couldn't play with us.
Against guys who were running off, who had big men who were sitting there, back to the basket, trying to run offense. So it's easy to hand check.
Exactly.
Somebody who's coming full speed, you can't do nothing.
No, you cannot.
Okay. So Tim, I got a question for you. Prime Tim Hardaway versus Prime Gilbert Arenas. Who's getting cooked?
I will kill him.
You would kill Gilbert.
First of all, you know what? I start taking him down low. This is what I do. In my mind, I say, I'm gonna post him up about 3 or 4 times. Put all his ass on his chest, move him, jump hook, turn around.
Put all that ass.
Oh yeah. I mean, I put all this on. Then
Who y'all got? Gil or Tim Hardaway?
And then I come at you.
What's funny is when I first started to play, I had your crossover down.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then my arms got too long and the shit was a little slow. So I want to go back.
Yo, hey man, where is the energy at? Where is the energy that you had in other videos? Like you was talking crazy. Now you got a former player that played in that era sitting right there. Say it with your chest. I don't want to see all this ha ha he. I looked up. No. Oh my God, man.
Back to something you said. Obviously, you coached Brandon when you were with the Pistons. You said Mr. B could not play in the 90s. Brandon, do you agree or disagree with him saying you wouldn't be able to handle yourself in the 90s?
No, he said they would post me up.
Okay.
So that means I'll get posted up and then I'll come down and I'll be able to do my thing.
Now Brandon would have got beat up. He would have got beat up. Like a lot of people don't understand. And ask your pops. When you pass and run through that lane, you got to be like a football player running through a line. Everybody's going to touch you. And they might not touch you in a way that you want to be touched. I mean, they hit you. They hit ribs. They hit gut. They putting a knee in your thigh. I mean, it was a lot of stuff going on
for sure.
Back then. But I don't know if your body could have held up to that physicality.
Little ass boy. This is what he's saying. Now, I'm not saying he's saying it.
I was just as quick as AI. So
That is what he's saying. Like, say something. You was talking crazy too. Now you're gonna hear, yeah, for sure. I can see that. I believe it. What? Y'all scary? This is why y'all not messing with that air. This is the very reason why. Soft.
but you weighed 104 pounds, brother.
Too little.
But see, AI, you got to understand. AI used to duck around Karl Malone when they was coming. He throw that ball up and duck. Or Charles Oakley and them guys, Terry Cummings. When he went to that hole, he didn't go into the hole like, yeah, I'm gonna take this hit.
For sure.
He went there like,
I'm just saying
because they was coming after him.
No, for sure. I'm just saying quickness.
But he was, yeah. Oh, I mean,
What?
yeah, of course, quickness. But
What's
we
the
would stop.
energy?
We would have stopped that. We would have ran you around 3,000 picks.
That's a fact. I believe that. That's a fact for sure.
Damn, brother. Damn, brother, you would have been a bench player, huh?
But what makes that like basketball just fouling just a foul? Like jailhouse basketball. Why is that considered?
Yo, I love Nick Young. Fight back. Stand up for yourself or something, please.
They're good though.
The what?
The jailhouse basketball. Why is that considered good?
Because that's where we grew up. And believe me, I understand the changes. I understand the changes, the rule changes and everything. And I'm happy. I'm happy for them rule changes. Some calls, like, you can say,
for sure.
Some of them not flagrant, but I do understand. I mean, and another thing, there's no real rivalries. Let's get it right.
Facts.
Rivalries like you scrap it, you fight. They throwing blows.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about their money.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rivalry. I watch guys go out there and they play the game, and then they talk so much shit to each other, and they think they gonna fight. Then after the game, hey man, great game, and then like that. I saw
Hate it.
Indiana Pacers, Detroit Pistons went up there and beat them in the play-in stuff, and then Indiana came in with their squad and busted Pistons' ass. And then the Pistons like, yeah, we'll see y'all in a couple of weeks. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm in front of TV, my popcorn, watching my son and stuff. They get their ass whooped. they talking shit to them. I said, if I go back and put on my shit and suit up, I want to go fuck up Halliburton.
Ooh.
I want to go fuck him up.
Hey.
Why are you shooting at Halliburton? Yo, Tim Hardaway on Demon Time. Tim Hardaway is not messing around, and I love it. Because y'all was talking crazy. Now y'all all quiet. He from that era. We'll pull up on you. We do pull-ups.
He talks so much shit.
Okay.
I want to go back and bust his mother.
I love it.
Ass.
I love that shit.
Yeah. He talks so much shit. I want to go back. I want to bust his ass.
So you want to bust Tyrese Halliburton's ass because
right?
he talks too much.
Right.
Okay.
And he think he all that.
Ooh.
Do you think the reason that it's not as rough as it used to be is because the fine money is actually real versus back then you could hit somebody $100. Now it's 300,000-400,000.
Right.
Yo, that's a fact. Them fines definitely be hitting a little different. For sure.
Listen, I don't hate you that much for 400,000.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Like I said, there's no rivalry. I see thank you. All right, everything cool. Yeah, no question. It's the money.
Okay.
It's the money, man. I mean, you don't want to lose 300,000. I mean, that's 4 games. That could be 5 games.
Definitely.
The 92 Dream Team.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Thomas claims he was snubbed from the Dream Team and I said the person that was actually snubbed was you
Killer
for
Cross.
Magic Johnson.
Yo, I don't know what Gil be talking about. Like, we wanted the best players and the best players ever on that team. You got to have Magic and Zeke over Tim Hardaway. No disrespect to Tim. You just got to. Like, stop it. What?
Killer Cross.
Because everybody on the team was all NBA players. The only people who wasn't all NBA at that time was Magic, Bird, and Christian Laettner. Isaiah Thomas wasn't an all NBA player at that time. You were second team. So you was the one that was replaced for Magic. And I'm trying to figure out why does Isaiah, why was the news around him at that moment in time and not you?
Because this was the rumor.
Because he's Isaiah. It's Isaiah Thomas, 2-time champ. That's why. And let's not forget, because of the beef with Michael. Come on, man.
They came to Michael. They really needed Michael to play.
Mm-hmm.
They came to Michael, and like David Stern and the Olympic team, they came to Michael and said, "Yo, Mike, we really need you to play. We need for you to go global." And Mike said, "All right, I will play only if Isaiah is not on the team."
Damn.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Yeah. So he really said that.
He said that to them.
Damn.
And
Power.
that and Matt and then Match was like, "I'm cool with that."
Ah.
And then what's really crazy is, you know, God rest his soul, but the coach, he had trouble.
Chuck Daly.
He had trouble with that because he wanted his guy on the team, Chuck
Yeah.
Daly.
Yep.
He had trouble, but he knew it was a business too. And he wanted to be that first person to get that goal for the dream team and everything. So
it was the Pistons.
he had to be okay with it, but he wasn't okay with it.
Yeah.
But why wasn't you the one they were arguing for since you were the second? Like,
Right. You know,
it wasn't like I get Isaiah, but
Right.
he wasn't even in the conversation as one of the best players in the NBA at that moment in time.
you gotta also remember this. Magic went out
Mm-hmm.
because of health problems, AIDS. And after they found out he could still play, and I still think I did the right thing. And my buddies, they was like, "No, you shouldn't have done it." Gave him my starting spot in the play in an All-Star game. But I mean, you know, we always got to remember this. If Magic was playing, he would have been first team all NBA. No question. He would have been on an All-Star team. He would have been starred. No
Facts.
question. So people got to understand that, even though, you know, it's real and it's not real. That's real. I live in a real world. I was always told the truth, and you got to handle it. And I understood that. So, I mean, that's the way it was. I didn't think nothing of it because that's Magic. I mean, without Magic and Larry Bird, come on.
No, I get it. Okay.
Yo, that's as real as it gets right there. Shout out to Tim Hardaway for coming there, talking some facts to these goofballs, man. Thank you, Mr. Hardaway. Yo, I'm Coach Wiz, man. I'm getting out of here. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Sorry, I have not been dropping as consistently. I've been super sick, but we back at it. You feel me? Let me know what y'all want to see. Give me some ideas, whatever. Drop them in the comments. I appreciate y'all. I am out of here. Be easy.